Hey, moms and dads. This is Shan from Cozy One Podcast, Mama of the Girls. Happy Monday. This is episode 23. Teach your kids how to do their best, or just teach them to do their best, or teach your kid, if you only have one, to do their best. I think a lot of us get to see our kids every day. We overhear them, and we know other kids that have more resources than we can provide as parents. But in my opinion, the kids that do their best with what they have already and not more are well-rounded. Better than the kids who have an abundance of resources and finances to do whatever they want. Better than the parents who can afford to buy their kids whatever they want. I feel like the kids that do the best with what they have, or they just turn out to be better people in life. And they appreciate everything a bit more. Most importantly, teach your kids to always do their best. And that is the key of taking advantage of all their opportunities that may come their way, that they're not aware of is coming their way, to do good to other people. Not because they're trying to get something in return, but because it's just a good thing to do, because you never know who's watching. You never know who would be able to reward them in a way where me as a mom, I could possibly not be able to, or their dad may not be able to. And we have to do this as parents because they didn't ask to be here. And I just feel like it's our duty, it's our responsibility. So that's what I want to talk about today. Get comfy. I hope you're safe getting to and from work. If you already worked a shift, I know you're tired. I hope you get home safe. Please prepare so you don't have to rush. Please take your time and just know that it's just Monday. It's just a day. All right, let's get into the episode. This podcast is brought to you by Red Circle. Red Circle is a online podcast distributing platform. So you can't create a podcast on the website, but you can distribute, set up. You can cross promote with other podcasters on there. You can set yourself up for monetizing. It's free. If you're on a different platform, it's easy to go ahead and transfer your platform to Red Circle. They distribute in so many different countries and continents. They break it down to like the country, the city, how many people are listening there. Their analytics are great. And they are available to talk to you through chat on there, whatever questions you have. And it's very easy to go in there and edit a show, put a show up and set a show up, or schedule a show. I do a lot of scheduling shows because Cozy One Podcast is not the only podcast that I have. So scheduling shows is it. People can donate to your show easy through Red Circle. And it's redcircle.com. You could go in there, log in, set up your own account. And I think podcasting for creators needs to be easy. To tell a creator that you can only have so many episodes or seasons on here, and then you have to delete it, or you have to pay me for having a certain amount of episodes, I think that's whack. So if you're looking for a free platform with lots of options and monetizing options, check out Red Circle. Now back to the show.
Here we go.
Back to the show.
Back to the show.
Bad habits and good habits we never had, or we had since our youth has shaped us as adults. Like, let's be honest. The things that you did as a kid that you got away with, the things that you didn't do, either have you being able to be successful in life and as an adult, or they're holding you back. You either in progress of moving forward, or even stuck because something is holding you back. And that is more so to do with you as a kid not always doing your best because maybe you felt like somebody else would pick up the slack, or maybe you felt like your parents wouldn't be mad if you didn't do as well, or maybe you felt like you had more time. We all see it in the people we work with, okay? This is a lot of why the responsibility, I think, falls on parents to make sure that their kids know that they should do their best. Always. Okay? Even if it doesn't give them instant rewards, they should always do their best. We have to pour into our kids all the time. We have to teach our kids that every day is a chance. Teach our kids to believe in themselves, that they can. Teach your kids to take their time and not overthink things. Teach your kids that tomorrow might be the day that they receive everything they want based upon the efforts they put into today, depending on how well they do today. Because a lot of people felt like they had more time and they ended up not having enough time. So I think us as parents, moms and dads, grandparents, godparents, uncles and aunties, brothers and sisters, raising a younger sibling, talk to your kids about who you were as a kid, what you missed out on as a kid, what lessons you learned as a kid. And then they'll listen to those stories more because they see the outcome. They see the results in you. They see the struggle in you. Make sure that, your kids learn to keep their word, that you are an example of always keeping your word. Teach your kids to be accountable. If you did something wrong, say you did something wrong. If you could have done something better, do better. Own that. If you got a C- on a test or a project and you know you didn't do your best, or you could have done more, or you slacked, then own the fact that you slacked and be better next time.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
It's okay to start your kid off by studying with them, teaching your kid how to study. Most schools have about 22 kids in the classroom. If your child goes to a more private school, they probably have smaller classes. But the idea that one teacher can teach your child how to study, what works for them only, how they learn only, in a room of 20-something kids is not realistic. So I think as parents, that's where we have to step in and figure out, how does your child think? How does your child learn? What type of environment does your child need? I remember when I would come home, I would eat a snack and then I would do my homework up until dinner time. I would do the easy stuff first and I'll do the hard stuff later, because I want to be able to do as much as I can. But I did my homework with music. I didn't have TV on. I had a place where I did my homework, and that's where I did my homework. I wasn't focused on playing games. I wasn't focused on watching TV until my homework had to be done. And it wasn't because my mom told me. It's because I wanted to be able to look my teacher in the eye the next day and have my things together and be ready to turn things in and be ready to go over homework and not feel like I'm losing as soon as I wake up. To go into a classroom unprepared with supplies or your homework or studying for what you're about to be tested on a day, it makes you feel ill-equipped. It makes you feel not ready. It makes you feel disappointed in yourself already. So how can you be great? How can your child be great, not prepared? How can you be great as a parent, not prepared for work? Teach your child how to get familiar with their own procrastination. And as a parent, get familiar with your child's avoidant traits. Maybe they eat a lot when they're nervous. Maybe they bite their nails a lot. Maybe they linger around you and ask you random questions to avoid doing their work. Maybe they sit on their phones a lot more, or start to overthink their assignment and say they don't understand when really they do. They're afraid of the challenge. Like, learn to see those things. And I know it's hard because we work different hours now compared to how our parents work, and maybe we can't pay attention to them as soon as they get home, and at home they're probably on their own for a little bit, and then we come in there and we probably want to relax. But as a parent, I'm going to tell you right now, as a parent, no matter how much school you did, you go back to school. As long as you want your child to learn and be their best and do their best, you're going to go back to school with your child, okay? You're going to read over directions that they could have read, but because you read it to them, now they get it. They're going to ask you questions that they were taught all day that day about an assignment they should know how to do. They're going to ask you questions about it. And then this new math that they're doing, this new English stuff that they're putting together to figure out words and all of this stuff, you're going to have to relearn some stuff. And get familiar with your child and their spaces. Like, if they have a space that they like to do homework, get familiar with it. Get comfortable coming in there and sitting in there. Talk to them about their day. Talk to them about, what subjects are challenging. Like, all of that will help your child do their best. And tell your kids the truth. Tell your kids that the odds of you using long division in real life is very rare. The odds of you using fractions in real life is very rare, unless you're going into like construction and all those other jobs that your child probably don't care to get into. And that's the reality of it. But we can't be okay with our child not showing up for the challenges that are going to make them better in life. So really get to know who your child is and what their needs are, and teach them to do their best by you being an example of always doing your best. My name is Shan. This is Cozy Womb Podcast. I'm pushing like good parenting. I'm pushing like, getting through to our kids and making sure they're better people when they grow up, because they in turn have to take care of us. And I think it's very important. Thank you guys for listening to the show. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for leaving reviews. If you have purchased anything on the Cozy Womb shop, I do appreciate it. If you would like to donate to Red Circle, the link is in the bio. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I will check you guys Wednesday. Have a good Monday. Peace. Bye.
Bye.